My boyfriend wouldn't hold my hand at school until his friend said, "Your girl's getting stolen." He suddenly became affectionate. AJ never walked me to class, never held my hand in the hallways, never even acknowledged me when his friends were around. Monday morning, I waited by his locker like always, hoping today would be different. When I saw him, I reached for his hand, but he stepped back and shoved his hands in his pockets. "I'll text you later," he said without making eye contact. "The guys are waiting for me." I watched him disappear through the doors, standing there like an idiot. "He seriously just left you standing here?" said a voice behind me. Damien from biology had apparently witnessed the whole thing, sandy hair falling in his eyes, still carrying his skateboard, the type who didn't care what anyone thought. "Sorry," he said, shifting his weight. "That was awkward to watch." "It's fine," I said. "He's just not a morning person." Damien raised an eyebrow but didn't push it. "You heading to first period?" "I'm going that way." We started walking together while I tried not to think about Ajay. Damien asked about the bio test, remembering I'd been stressed about it last week. He actually listened when I talked. "So does Ajay always do that?" Damien asked as we reached my locker. The whole pretending you don't exist thing? My chest tightened. AJ had always reminded me to act casual and not be too clingy, because either his teammates might see us or people will think we're those couples. "He walks me sometimes," I lied. Damien's expression said he wasn't buying it. "Right, that's why you're always alone at lunch too?" He paused. "I sit by the windows if you ever want actual company." That stung more than it should have. I ate alone most days while Ajay sat with his basketball friends 3 tables over. Damien must have seen something in my face because he grabbed my books from my arms. "Here, these look heavy. What class you got?" "English," I said, surprised. "But you don't have to." "I know I don't have to," he said, already walking. "I want to." From down the hall, I caught AJ coming out of the bathroom, his eyes locked on Damien carrying my books. AJ's jaw clenched. The rest of the morning, Damien appeared between every class. He carried my backpack, walked right beside me instead of 3 feet ahead, bought me a granola bar from the vending machine when I mentioned I'd skipped breakfast. "This is weird," my friend whispered during third period. "Since when are you and Damien a thing?" "We're not," I said. "He's just being nice." "AJ know about this?" she asked. Before I could answer, my phone buzzed. "Ajay, where are you?" I ignored it. Let him wonder for once. At lunch, I sat with Damien by the windows. He shared his chips, asked about my art class, made me laugh about our terrible PE teacher. I kept glancing at AJ's table where he was craning his neck to see us. "He's staring," Damien said without looking up. $5 says he comes over in the next 30 seconds. "Ajay doesn't do public displays," I said. Damien smiled. "He does now." 20 seconds later, AJ appeared at our table. His arm went around my shoulders like it belonged there. "Hey babe," he said loudly, too loudly. "Been looking everywhere for you." "I've been right here," I said. "Same place I eat every day while you sit with your friends." AJ's grip tightened. He kissed my forehead. Actually kissed it. In the cafeteria. In front of everyone. "I missed you this morning. You should have waited for me after all." Damien leaned back in his chair, watching Ajay's performance with amusement. "Interesting timing. Do we have a problem?" Ajay asked, pulling me closer like I was property he'd suddenly remembered he owned. "No problem," Damien said. "Just keeping May company since someone else was too busy." He looked at me. "See you in bio." AJ watched him leave, then turned to me with his fake concerned expression. "Why are you hanging out with that guy? You know how it looks, right?" I stared at him. Really looked at him. The guy who wouldn't hold my hand but was now practically draped over me. Who ignored me unless someone else paid attention. "How it looks," I repeated. "You mean like I actually have a boyfriend?" His mouth opened, then closed. "I've always been your boyfriend." "No," I said, pulling away from his arm. "You've been someone who texts me after midnight. There's a difference."